This is Lifestyles. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It's been about a week since I've touched down with you, maybe a little longer. What's going on out there in the real world? What's going on in YouTube? Um, Rest in peace or rest in heaven. Patriot Colin Powell. He passed away from complications of COVID. He was vaccinated. They definitely like to let us know that. Hit that thumbs up. Share the video out. We're just playing catch up, basically. They're still they're still talking about Dave Chappelle. We'll get into that shortly. Um, yeah. So again, rest in heaven, Colin Powell. Hey, Delano, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Um, he was a great military guy. Um, First Black Secretary of State. Lady Gwendolyn, welcome to Lifestyles. Miss Peggy, Miss Nicole, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in tonight. Um, and he was a pretty fair guy. He was only one of the few. Hey, Lynn, welcome to Lifestyles. One of the few individuals that had something to do with the Iraq War, which we know they went in on a lie. That was willing to or had sympathy for them. Hey, Kristen, welcome to Lifestyles. What's going on, Terry? Welcome to Lifestyles. He was only one of the ones that felt guilty, basically, for going into Iraq and um, uh, causing that war because he did not get the correct information when that was going on. It was all a lie. We do know that because they did not knock the towers down in New York. So what's going on, Melanie? Welcome to Lifestyles. Matrina, welcome to Lifestyles. Miss Paula Brown, welcome to Lifestyles. What's happening? And hello to you, Miss what's it? Lee Lieb? Lee Lieb. All right. What's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're waiting on George. We're going to get into a discussion tonight. I don't know if you. I'm sure you know somebody that's been through it or not. But we're going to talk about DNA testing little babies when they're born. What's going on, Shelly? What's happening? Welcome to Lifestyles. We're going to talk about babies being born right out of the hospital and not leaving the hospital until they're DNA tested. Do you feel that that's something that needs to be required so that we will have less baby mama, baby daddy drama? I think that that would definitely help a little bit, definitely. So we'll see when Brother George comes in, and we'll discuss that a little bit. He kind of brought that up to me, so we'll discuss that topic. Jelani Day, I don't know if anybody's heard of him. What's going on, Patricia? Welcome to Lifestyles. What's happening? Um, I don't know if anybody heard of Jelani Day, but he was a young man that was found. I want to say on the East Coast. I want to say with no organs left in his body. Hey, Karen, welcome to Lifestyles. What's going on? Um, he had no organs, no eyes, and just a terrible story. He was found in some water, but I don't even think he had a brain. So somebody did something really terrible to this young man, and I truly hope that they find out what happened to this young man because we wouldn't want anything like that to happen to any of our loved ones. This is just a terrible thing, and I truly hope they get to the bottom of this. Yeah. Um, I got another subject too. Brother George kind of brought this up too. Are you married to a gigolo? Meaning, are you married to a man that always has his hands out, is always asking for something, who's not bringing anything to the table, but thinks he slangs dick so good that you should be paying him? Are you living with a prostitute, a woman that's always got her hand out, doesn't want to have any affection or intimacy unless you're giving her money? Um, that's a topic in itself. So we'll kind of tap into that a little bit, and we'll see where it goes. it's a weekday, so I got to get up kind of early. So we won't take it too long, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Uh, but Brother George definitely wanted to speak on that. He had a few things he wanted to get off his chest with that, and his own, definitely opinion. So, we'll see. We're waiting on Brother George to come in, but we'll see what he thinks about that. Uh, I don't know. You give someone money, um, and then they're nice to you, and you've been with this person for years. It just kind of seems a little strange, but we'll touch on it. Miss Geneva, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Share the video out. Thumbs up if you're not a subscriber and you feel like giving me a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. We're still working on being monetized. We've got about 200 and some change to get to, and we'll be there at some point. So I really want to say thank you for all the subscribers that have been down with me from day one. It's been almost 2 years now. We got through the pandemic. At some point, this is going to be an endemic, and we're going to get through this, and we'll have uh, somewhat of a normal life again, but with a little bit of discrepancies, I'm sure. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And remember, endemic, it's coming at some point. We've got to get through this and get over this. Um, and yeah, so I just want to say I appreciate you guys and gals and everybody just really hanging on and sharing the videos out, watching the videos, giving me my watch time, thumbs up in the videos. I just try to be as informative as possible. I try to let you guys know when something's going on. I try to just state my opinion on certain subjects that we kind of hear on a daily basis. So I just kind of try to give you my outlook on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. It's not always, uh, it, it- let me say, it's as factual as it can get. But sometimes the facts change. We'll speak on something real fast, and then the next couple of days it may change to something different. So I just try to get information out as best as possible, and it's been working. So we'll keep on talking. We'll keep on bringing up different subjects, and at some point, we'll get to where we want to get to. We want to spread as much opinionated and factual information around the world as possible. So that's the ultimate goal. I want everybody to be able to jump on my platform um, uh, and get a different look on certain subjects. I try to talk about relationship stuff, politics, cooking, art. I'm a professional artist, so there are different things that I like to discuss and talk about. My mind kind of goes in different places. I that's just me. I think about a lot of stuff. I've always got something going on in my head, and I'm always thinking about an idea. So um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, Come on, George. What you doing? Are you driving? Have you gotten settled yet? We're waiting on Mr. George. We want to tap in with Mr. George so we can get this topic going on. We're going to do a split screen and we'll see how the internet works. Hopefully, I won't be getting my internet drained, and we'll have a good signal and all that good stuff. So, trying to give Mr. George a little time to get in and get situated so he can tap in on the conversation. What's going on out there? I mean, has anybody got anything going on? Is anything special going on? What do I need to know? Is it something positive in your life that's going on that you need to share? If so, let me hear it. I'm down. I want to listen. I want to hear. It's a blessing. What's your latest blessing? I'm sure you got one. Mr. George is coming in. We see Mr. George coming in. Speak of the devil. There's Mr. George.
What's up?
There we go. All right. I said, speak of the devil. Watch out now.
What's going
What's
on,
going
man?
on? Hey, man, what's happening? All right, man. We just chit chatting. We trying to get the minds thinking about some different little things I tapped on, and I, I hope you're ready for it. Um, I'd said rest in heaven to Colin Powell.
Right.
He passed away. I want to say rest in peace to him. Um, I brought up the DNA test for little babies when they're born right out of the hospital instead of waiting till they get home. I said that would probably cut down on a lot of baby mama, baby daddy drama, um,
Oh yeah.
tremendously. Hey, Tanja, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles, baby. Thanks for coming in. Um, and then also, I brought up the fact that we may want to tap in a little bit on the and am I married to a gigolo? Do I go with a gigolo? Is he trying? Does he think he slangs enough dick that he needs to be paid by me? Or am I married to a prostitute? Do I go with a prostitute? Do I only have to give this woman money to get affection or intimacy? And we've been together a long time. I mean, what is really going on? And you know, is that the only way that I can get intimacy or with the woman that I love or the man that I care about by giving them money? So we'll tap on that a little bit. But what do you think about this cancel culture, George? I mean, I know we've talked about it before, man, but this whole Dave Chappelle shit has really gotten too far. I'm really ready to cut the cancel culture in half, say what the fuck I want to say. That's it, and that's that. I'm not disrespecting anyone. I don't hate anyone. Everybody is free to do what they want to do. When we were younger, Richard Pryor wouldn't have made it if there would have been a cancel culture. Carol O'Connor, Archie Bunker, Sherman Hemsley, the Jeffersons. You had they were saying honky and nigger like it wasn't shit, and it wasn't nothing but ha ha kiki, and everybody was laughing. They was talking about punk, faggot, and everything else, and that is what it is. And nobody was mad. Even the people that they were talking about weren't upset. So why are we so goddamn sensitive now? Excuse my French. Why are we so sensitive now about every little thing? Now, as we can't even laugh at comedians because they have to walk on fucking eggshells.
Yeah, that's true. You think about people like Nipsey Russell, Red Fox, that was coming out. They were cutting edge. Oh, think about people like Moms Mabley.
Yeah, the lady with no teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those comedians back then that came up, during a certain era before this cancel culture. I think I think those comedians of those days and that time period, I don't think they would have cared.
Okay, don't move around too much. We don't want to mess the internet up. I just heard a blip. Sit still. Sit still. We want to keep everything smooth.
I'm just trying to get adjusted. I don't think those guys. I don't think they would have cared because remember they were the trendsetters of that era. Today, a lot of these people are just super sensitive, man. You can't say nothing,
Well, they can say stuff, but you can't say anything back.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? That's when when you think about it, it's when they want to censor free speech. It's no worse than what the Germans did in Germany during World War II. They were censoring these certain books. You couldn't have a certain book. Everything was monitored, and if you did anything out of line, to me, the cancel culture, if you're not careful, you can cross that line where everything that somebody does is scrutinized, and that's what a lot of people are starting to lash out about. It's going, when is enough, and when is it going too far? Somebody gets up there and they're a comedian. To me, a comedian's the type of person that gets up there and they make fun of the silly stuff that we do as people. They make light of it, and as we grew up, you grew up with you took it on the chin. And when back in the day when comedians was talking about you, in a way, it was a show of respect, or a badge of honor. Yeah, they got up there. They had the celebrity roast, they roasted Richard Pryor. They roasted Don Rickles. They had all the Dean Martin was roasting people all the time. And those guys were saying some pretty heavy stuff, man. And that's what comedy is. To me, is to make light of the craziness in the world that goes on. And then when you take that away, you're saying, okay, well, we want to cancel you because you said something about the LGBT community. Well,
But they act like there's nothing funny about them. Like you can't
yeah,
make a joke about them. Like, oh my God, it's such a hard thing to go through to be a transgender. Well, what about there's such a hard thing to go through being a black person or African American? Or what if there's a such thing as being a hard time to go through being a disabled person? Or what about a person that's can't get a job because they're so old, but they need the money, but they can't get a job, so they're getting age discrimination. I mean, but
yeah.
we make jokes about. We can't make a fucking joke about anything. I mean, that's pretty much we can't make light of anything. And this is just a way for us to get away from the hustle and bustle,
Yeah.
laugh at the comedians because they're just talking about, hey, Miss Sherry, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. So yeah, I mean, it's just a way to get away, escape. Watching
So
comedians because they're talking about real life and reality, but making
yeah,
light and jokings of it. That's all.
yeah. And the sad part about it, the double-edged sword of it, the what's the word I want to say? The hypocrisy of it all. A gay or lesbian comedian can go into the comedy club and make jokes about gay and lesbian people. But then when somebody who's heterosexual comes out and says something funny, oh, you're all offended. Just like when
Yeah,
people got offended when they was going around and saying the N-word, N-word. Or you was
right.
going around saying the word that you don't want to call a Jewish person. Okay, we understood that you might want to pull back off of that, but then you found other ways to work around that comedy, that humor, to make that joke still work. This council culture, man, I don't even know if there's not to me, there's not even a face to go along with it. It's just way I look at it, you look up, Dave Chappelle says something that offended him. And it's like, well, who's the leader of this group? Who's leading this organization? It's just like it's a whole just network of people that are coming up out of nowhere. I don't like what he said. Well, who are you to say that you don't like what he said? And if you want to, why would you want to go off and cancel Dave Chappelle or any comedian? Because if you can't make light of the silly stuff that you do, then you're you're too serious in life. You need to
Right.
loosen up a little bit. You're
Or
way
you
too
might
serious.
you might have some issues mentally that's the reason why you're so sensitive. And so that what you're doing is so off the wall that you get mad when somebody, I'm trying to say this the right way. So you get mad at somebody for making a joke about it. So
Yeah,
you know that you're basically, this is what I'm trying to say. You know that you're fucked up in the head and you know that you got motherfucking issues, but you get mad at somebody for making a joke about your
yeah,
fucking issues.
yeah, yeah,
Whether your issues are that you're a cheater and you're a regular straight guy and you're a cheater and you can't stop cheating on your girlfriend or wife. I'm trying to put it into another context so that nobody gets a fucking offended, okay? We're talking about cancel culture, everybody. So I don't want anybody getting offended. So I'm talking about, this could be about anybody. Anybody. We're just
yeah,
making light of it. That's what comedians do. This is about Dave Chappelle, the cancel culture. That's what we're talking about right now.
yeah. And if you can't be have an adult setting in a comedy club, this is what it's for. It's for comedy, to relax, go have a couple of drinks, hang out with your friends, and have a good laugh. And if you want to cut somebody's career off because they said something that offended you, I'm like, come on, man, stop it. Just stop it, because there's going to come a time in the day that you're going to say something and somebody's going to come back and they're
You
going to be
can't
offended by
walk a
what you
fine
say.
line the rest of your life. You
Right.
cannot be perfect and never slip and say nothing, never, or never
Mhm.
email the wrong thing, never, or never text the wrong thing and then wish that you wouldn't have done it. It's happened to the best of us, believe me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happened. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Prime
And
example. Quick story. I had a job years ago. I was customer. I was a valet driver slash customer care, whatever. I was taking a gentleman home. Okay, prime example. We were having just a discussion as we were getting up on the highway, and I said, "So what was going on with your truck, sir?" He said, "Some guy nigger rigging." He said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I never said that ever."
Hmm.
Yes, he had. And I said, well, we say that too, but
Yeah.
and I'm not offended, but watch your tone. And he
Yeah.
apologized about it, but he slipped and said somebody nigger rigged his truck.
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't hurt my feelings. I didn't turn around, put the car in park and beat his ass. He apologized about it. Yet I know he probably said it before.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I got over
Yeah.
it. I got over it. I
Get
got
over
through
it.
that
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah. And people that's you can't be perfect 100% of the time. I understand there's white folks that get out here and they get comfortable. They say the N word, or they be like, that's my N word, you know, and they feel comfortable, but you have to know that person to determine, okay, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have said that word, but I understand maybe the people that you hang around, they say it a lot, or they didn't, and then you just get used to it, and maybe your certain group of friends don't ever check you on it. But should it be a thing where you come off and you should lose your job because you're a white person, you just having a good time and you slip up? Well, we all know there's a time and a place. You know that there's a certain group of people that you can probably hang out with, and you can slip up and say it, or you might be singing a song. You know how many rap songs is out here. So we can't counsel everybody. You can't get mad at a white person for singing a rap song that has the N word in it when the rapper and the artist and the record company to put that out. They allowed the artist to put that out with the N word in it. So when the little kids in the suburbs and the upper class communities, they get out there and they have the beach parties, or they in Las Vegas or wherever the club is, and they turning it up to somebody's rap song to saying the N word. You really can't. You can get offended at them because of the history behind the word, but then when you really sit back and really critically think about that, there's some moral responsibilities that has to go along with that from the artist and the record company. But then once you put it out there, you're going to say, okay, well, sing along with me while I'm doing my rap song or singing my song on the stage.
Well, here's the thing.
And then everybody's in the audience singing that one song, singing the lyrics. Then that one word comes along, and the white folks and the black folks and the Mexican folks are singing. Then when that one part of the lyric word comes along, you want them to stop and stop having a good time and not say that word. That's bullshit. Right. Don't put if you don't want them to say it, don't put it in the song.
Right. Well, that's the most popular genre anyway, is hip hop.
Yeah.
The white kids are buying all the music, not black kids most of the time. The white kids are buying it in streaming. They're buying, well, they don't sell CDs anymore. So the white kids are the ones that you see at the baby concerts and all that.
Yeah.
They're the ones that buy. So when he's telling them to my nigga, whatever's in the lyrics.
Yep.
It is what it is. Those
it
are
is
lyrics.
What it is. Yeah.
They're not trying to be funny because they're, hey, Theresa, hey, what's going on? So yeah, he's not trying to be funny, so they're not, what I'm saying? They're not trying to be funny. They're just reciting lyrics that are in the song, and that is it.
And the same thing goes along with comedians. A comedian goes out here and they say a joke while they're in the comedy club, and a lot of comedians I know, they don't just pick one group and pick on. They talk about a lot of different people across the board. They'll talk about the president. Donald Trump didn't get mad. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. Eminem made a music song about it. Comedians told jokes about it. He didn't get mad. Some of that stuff, he just, he might have been like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't get it. Get that comedy, the humor and all that. But he wasn't going out there trying to counsel that comedian for saying that stuff about him. He wasn't doing it. You
gotta have some kahunas. Nobody has.
That's it right there.
You gotta have these. Nobody has these anymore. They want men to be girly men, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said. They were mad at him for saying that. Remember? Remember?
Yeah.
That was before people were even talking about transgender stuff. That was years ago. They were pissed off at that, just that comment. And that's the truth, because we're born with a certain amount of testosterone in us. Period. We're supposed to be a certain kind of way. It's not that we try to be macho. It's a natural thing. It's natural to be aggressive for a man. It's natural. But they want us to be like this and talk like that and be so soft. And oh my God, oh no. So, that's what they want men to act like on the commercials. I see it every day, all day. They don't want us to talk with a deep voice. They want us to talk. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to take the balls away from men and give balls to women. It's
It,
weird. It's like they want women to be tough, but then they want men to be soft. You
well, it
get what
goes
I'm
back. That goes back to me during the time. I like to go back and follow the history about a lot of stuff. When you want to make a man more feminine and not make them masculine as they should be, especially when it comes to a black man.
you
You
break
remember
buck,
in slavery they got buck busted,
break bucket.
and they did it in front of the whole all the black folks, in front of your wife, your kids, the other slaves. They did, and to me, it's a modern day form of that.
Yeah,
You want a certain celebrity to walk around with a damn dress on. Now you're not
and why
Scottish and you're
is
not wearing a kilt, so why are
most of
you
the
wearing a dress? Yeah,
most of the
you
time it's African American. The
yeah,
time it's been
African
us.
American. And then I
Now,
noticed something else too. If you notice in a lot of these TV shows nowadays, you'll see the real flamboyant, colorful gay person is in makeup, wearing all the flamboyant clothes, but then you see the gay white person, he looks like a normal man.
right, because they
And I'm
want
like,
us to look.
yeah, like a feminized.
Yeah,
You're like a
yeah.
woman. And if
Well,
anybody notices that, is I have not seen one TV show, maybe like RuPaul's Drag Queen Contest.
right,
Okay, we know what that's
right.
all about. But if you watch a lot of these TV shows now, the men that are portraying themselves as gay, a lot of them are. Now there's some shows where they'd be like you see them like a normal heterosexual, but a majority of them that are walking around with all the makeup and eyeliners and all that stuff on, like they're dressed like women, or like they're trying to look like they have a feminine look to them. But then when you see the white guys, they don't do that with them. You know, the role for Tom in this show, he's gay, he's got a child, they got a son or they got a daughter, and he's got a gay husband. But then they look like an average dude going out there going to work.
Right, right. I'll tell you something funny. I was just listening to Billy Porter, the guy that has AIDS and HIV. He's an actor. He's an activist. He's a very big
Yeah, I'm a
supporter.
big fan of Billy Porter. I like him. He's a great actor. He's a great actor.
Okay. Well, anyway, he was mad at the Vogue magazine for putting Harry Styles on the cover of the magazine with a dress, and Harry Styles is straight. So he's pissed off. He's pissed off that a straight man wore a dress. I've never
But
I've never seen so much weird shit go on. And again, this is cancel me. This is my opinion. I've never
I
seen
agree
so
with
much
him. I agree
weird
with
shit.
him.
No, I've been
If
saying that. No, I've been saying that too, because that's the confusion. That's just like Russell Westbrook, George. It's the same thing. He's married, but you're wearing a fucking dress, man. So you're confusing the people, or the young
Yeah,
boys, not people.
but
You're confusing young boys, young
yeah. Now,
African American.
if Billy Porter said that he was upset that they took a straight man and put him into dressed him up
A
like a
dress.
woman,
Yeah.
I agree with him. If that's what he said, I agree with him. This
I
is the
agree.
reason why.
No.
This is why
I
I
was
agree
just
with
saying
him.
how weird it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with him because there's hundreds of gay men or gay men that like to cross dress or whatever that they could have that is what they do, and they could have had that job and that opportunity, and then you take it and give it to somebody who's, let's say, I don't know what they are in life, what their sexual preference is, but let's just say that you take it and you give it to a heterosexual man. When somebody who
Yeah.
actually does that, and that's their lifestyle and that's their culture, they could have had that opportunity to make that money. Now that I found that that's kind of messed up if that's what went down, if that's the thing that went down. That's kind of
Well,
messed. That's
again,
very messed up.
well, George, that's the confusion that's going on.
Yeah,
I'm not gay, but I got on fingernail polish. I'm not gay,
right.
but I got on a dress. I'm not gay, but I dress like a woman. I got a purse on, but I'm not gay. That's what they do to confuse young boys. See, us as
Yeah,
grown men, we get it. We get it. But young boys think, maybe I could get away with that. I'm
and
not
you
gay.
shouldn't.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mrs. Doubtfire, Tootsie.
all these
Somebody.
dudes got to come along and say, "Hey, look, man, I'm not gay. I'm not wearing your lipstick. I'm not wearing your dress. I'm not wearing your
Right.
fingernail polish."
Right.
Give that
Period.
opportunity to a man, to someone that's the lane that they're in. That's what they
But
do.
they're turning you out. So, like you
Yeah,
said, buck break. They're buck
yeah,
breaking you. So no, they don't want a gay guy. They want a straight guy because they want to turn your ass out.
yeah,
Period.
yeah.
In front
And
in
and
front
that
of a
part,
bigger audience.
And from that perspective, I would 100% support the gay and trans community. If there's a career opportunity or any opportunity in the industry, entertainment industry, and they're passing you over for a heterosexual man to make this heterosexual man look or portray a gay image, that's bullshit. Give that person, that brother or that sister that wants to portray that image, that's trying to fight for opportunity to be an actor, whether it's in a commercial or a TV series or a movie, and give them that opportunity.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, yeah, I'm off. I'm like, yeah. Now that I will fight for them on that. Like, hey, man, that's what I've been. A lot of those guys who've been going to maybe Juilliard or some school of arts, and you want to been fighting to get a chance, they give it to somebody else who's like probably like that hasn't even put a day's work into trying to become a career actor or a singer, and you give it to
Right.
somebody else because you want them to look a certain way. That's bullshit.
Right.
But here's the thing that you have. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it. They said that it was in New York. They have a statue of Thomas Jefferson. I
I
can't
heard
remember
about
if it's
that.
in the State House or if it's in the somewhere, but it's in a political place where I think it was the Senate or something like that in New York.
Mhm.
But they were talking about removing the Jefferson statue because of the council culture, because of Jefferson had slaves. And what a lot of folks are trying to, the controversy is like, yeah, he had slaves, but he was one of the writers of the the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And it's kind of it's to me, I'm kind of conflicted on it because the problem is the Bill of Rights it's a great bill, but it was written for white folks of that time era. Now my train of thought is: do you rewrite the Bill of Rights? Should you remove Jefferson's statue? Should you put it in a museum? And I'm like, okay, well, if you're that offended, maybe you should put it in a museum. But when you think about a lot of those statues, like the General Robert E. Lee and all those guys, yeah, I knew this day was going to come where they were going to go back and say, well, if you're taking down statues of the Southern men from the South, there were a lot of guys in the North that did some bullshit too. So their statues probably should come down too. So that's where I'm kind of like conflicted. I'm like, yeah, Jefferson did have slaves, but the Bill of Rights was a great paper. I mean, a great creation to help found the foundation of this nation. But at what cost do we keep on removing these monuments and statues? Should they all be in museums? Should they all be destroyed? Or should they just rewrite the whole Constitution? And that's the next big thing that I think people are having to
Yeah, I think
face
they
is
ought to.
like, what is America about? Is we have great laws and we have a beautiful constitution, but it wasn't written for everybody. So at what point do we should it be rewritten to make it really truly inclusive of everyone in the country? Or you just take it case by case basis? Because it's getting ugly out here. I mean, the way the nation's going is getting really, really ugly.
Well, we need our own bill. But African American people need our own bill. We need a
Well,
hate
yeah,
crime bill, but they won't give us one because they know that that would cause a disruption in just the way things are going. Just period. The way things
yeah,
have been going our whole lives. So,
yeah.
hey man, have you heard about before you got on? I had brought up Jelani Day, the young man that
Mhm.
they found with no organs. What you think about
Oh
that?
yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Well, that's been going on for a long time.
But they don't speak on it
No,
very
they don't.
often.
They
Yeah.
don't. They do it in mortuaries when they bury people. Before they bury, before your family come to see the body, for you when you're doing the funerals and everything. Um, there's
Well,
been
I know they.
states
I
known
know
to.
when you're talking about. I mean, I know when they take your organs out at the, take everything out of you. I get that, but somebody's doing this just
Well,
that's
they
messed up.
sometimes they do it like if you have in your driver's license that I want to donate my organs. Yeah, but sometimes they're doing it without the authorization of the deceased person or their family, and they're taking those organs and they're selling them. And I heard that was a big thing in the Asian market in China. they were wanting human organs, and primarily from black folks, not from white folks, not from Indian folks. It was black human organs because our organs was something about black genetics that makes our organs more compatible for pretty much everybody around the whole damn world.
Right. But this is, I'm saying, but he was just found in the water. I'm just saying, what do you think? I'm saying he
Yeah,
wasn't, he
I
was just
mean,
found with no eyes,
but
no brain.
yeah,
They took
I mean,
everything
think
out.
about it.
No, I'm saying,
You
no,
go,
no, that what you're saying. I mean, you going to a whole, I'm saying, no, somebody could have did that to him. He was missing. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's all a
yeah.
part of the same trade. I mean, you think about it. Okay, there's the people are now they're starting to talk about over 75,000 black women missing in the United States alone.
Mm-hmm.
75,000 black women missing. What do you think they're doing with those black women? They're either going to put them in the
Put him in slavery,
sex
kill
slaves,
him, all kind
or
of
they're
stuff.
going to
Yeah,
kill them and take their organs. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and that's what they're doing. They'll take their kidneys, they'll take parts of their liver, they'll take their eyes for eye transplants, they'll take their hearts, they'll take their lungs. Organ organ trading is almost one of the next biggest things compared to the slave trade, the human trafficking. It's up there. I mean, it's something you don't think about, but it's up there.
Hey, Miss Mia, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Thumbs up that video, share it. Make sure you send those videos to everybody you know. We need more subscribers, little lady. So let's get it up. Thanks for coming
How
in.
did how did everybody feel about that getting the DNA test before the right after the baby's born?
Because I don't want to. We'll probably go to about 9:30 because I gotta shut it down for the evening. So yeah. So hey, everybody, what do you think about the testing of the babies right after they're born to keep the baby mama daddy drama down, so everybody will know who's father right then and there or not? What do you as women think about that? Do you feel that that's fair? As soon as baby's born, let's DNA test that baby. Let's DNA test that suspected daddy. Let's see if who's lying. Because daddies don't lie. It had to be the mother. So what do you think about that, ladies?
Well,
I've got a
we know
multi
it's
ladies
we
out
know
here.
who the mama is, but we
Right.
know who the mama is.
I need some men to speak, but you know what? I don't have no men followers. I mean, or either if they are, they're just watching and they're not speaking. But I need James from Cali. I need some men to come in on this one and tell me real quick what you think. Do you think it? You had a baby. Even if you married, do you feel like that baby needs to be DNA tested right after that baby's born, so it'll be an undeniable proof that you're the father of that child? I've been through it a couple of times, and it's not a good feeling when you grow an attachment to that child, or you think that child, or you trust the woman that you're sleeping with. Period. It's not a good feeling.
Is Gwendolyn on there tonight?
Who?
Gwendolyn.
Miss Gwen's on here. She told me to tell you
Yeah.
hi. She said,
Hey, what's Miss Gwendolyn? And Latrey Ace of Spades, what's up? She on there tonight?
no, she Trey's not on here unless she's on here and just watching and not talking. I don't know. Trey's not on here though. We filled up though. We got a few people in the chat. We got Miss Terry, Miss Patricia, Peggy, Mia. We got Teresa. We got Melanie. We got Tanja. We got a few people in the chat now. Come on now.
Hey, ladies, how y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Here's where okay, you know what? I bet women would, if it was your son, would you not want your son to have a DNA test if you didn't like that girl? Now that's Absolutely. A good question for
Absolutely. Oh, the women?
For the women. If you didn't like your son's girlfriend, would you want your son to get a DNA test?
Yes, I do, because it won't be a problem later on in the relationship or marriage. Okay. Mia told me to tell you hello.
Hey, Mia.
Trust no one. Terry said, trust no one. Terry said, you should know who you lay down with. Patricia said, I think it should be done. Peggy said, I agree with it. Never say that you want to donate your organs because they will let you die to get them. Wow.
Hey, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay. That's true.
Never thought about that.
Especially when it comes to money. They will be like, okay, we had this congressman or a very important wealthy person that
Hey, Miss Sylvia,
needs your
what's going on?
kidneys,
Welcome to Lifestyle. No,
and when they find a match, they got you.
that's messed up.
Yeah.
What's Mia said, yes, I would, because I need to know if my son was there with her or someone else. Okay, all right, okay. Lady Gwendolyn said, I think there should be a requirement for those who get state assistance like welfare. So
Huh.
they should know who their kid's father is. Well, because the
Yeah.
father should be taking care of the kids anyway. But yeah, okay.
We're talking about more like soon as the baby's born, regardless.
Well, yeah, Gwendolyn, we're talking about as soon as the baby's born, they need to know who their daddy is instead of people going, that ain't my kid, and it just takes all the bullshit out the door. It
Yeah.
takes it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Trey Ace of
Because you
Space
gotta.
said, "Hey, Trey Ace of Space just popped in. Hey, what's going on, Trey Ace of
Hey, Trey.
Space?" Uh, I told
Because
Terry said I told my son. Go ahead.
in some states, once you sign that birth certificate and you find out the baby ain't yours, they don't care. It's like you're still going to pay, and that's your baby from now on, even if you was married and
Indianapolis, Indiana,
deceived. Yeah,
Indiana,
and
Michigan. It's
Georgia.
crazy. Georgia.
Yep. And I don't think it's fair because if you were deceived and even if you was married or not, and somebody tell you, oh yeah, I've seen and heard cases where women are in there crying and talking about, oh, it's your baby, and putting all this pressure on the dude. I would never do that. Then come to find out years later,
They did do
it
it.
wasn't your baby. Yeah, it wasn't your baby.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, hey, it's embarrassing. And I think a lot of times there are women who do it so they don't want to look bad in the eyes of the man or the eyes of their family. And I'm like, look, if you got a high sex drive, baby, just say it. Shoot, hey, I like Jimmy and I like Tony and I like Rob, and hey,
But
I do what I
women put
do.
on such a high pedestal. They so embarrassed when they get caught doing that, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Because they're not supposed to look like men, like how men like to just sleep with different women sometimes.
yeah,
Women like to do it too.
yeah. And I have no
Unfortunately,
problem. Just
women
be
are the
upfront
ones that
about it.
get pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. They're the ones that get pregnant.
yep,
And if you don't do it the right way and you're a woman, it's easy to know. So,
yeah,
that's when you get to looking like the hoe and the
yeah.
man don't. It just
And
is
I
what
have
it
more
is.
respect. I have a lot of respect for a woman to say, look, baby, I like you, but I like this other guy too. And you have different qualities that I like, and he has different qualities that I like. So that's just where I'm at. And if you don't want to be down with it, then don't. I understand. Just be upfront with the guys. A lot of
Yeah,
guys be like, I get it. Yeah.
nowadays, that might float because there's people in poly relationships and all different kinds of relationships now. So,
Hmm.
you know what? Nowadays, certain things will float that didn't float a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody said, let a hoe be a hoe. Terry said, let a whore be a whore.
Well, as long as she getting paid, I don't mind her being a hoe.
Baby daddy. And is that the topic? No, Trey, you supposed to be watching, so you'll know the topic, darn it. Well, we were talking about cancel culture. We were talking about Dave Chappelle, the cancel culture. We were talking about DNA testing. Colin Powell passed away. We're talking about DNA testing in little babies as soon as they're born, so that that'll cut out the baby mama drama. We're also maybe finish it out. The last 15 minutes, we might finish out with: are you married, or do you go with a gigolo, or whatever? What's the problem? Why do they gotta have their hand out to get affection? What's the
Hey,
problem?
man,
Is that
I'm running.
communication? Is what?
I'm dealing with that personally. I'm dealing with that. It's a
Sorry.
jacked up situation, man. It makes you think about, does somebody really, really care about you unless you got some money, And when times are rough, do you take that intimacy away from me because the money's low or whatever? Or do you keep it going? Because maybe
I think
sometimes
that's a
that's all
good
you have.
question. I think that's a good question for all women. What you just
Yeah.
said. Does it make you, if times are rough, if things aren't going whatever, does it make you not want to be intimate? Does it make you not want to show affection until things look good at that particular time?
Yeah.
Or can you turn that on and off? Or I mean, mm,
Yeah. It's like, look, dude, this dude ain't got no money, but he still does other things to take care of you. But because the money's low, or you're not riding high in the saddle right now economically, or you're gonna withhold intimacy with him. Don't kiss me, don't touch me, don't do this. But then when the money's good, he come in the house with 8, 9, 10, $20,000. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, can we go out and eat? Oh, I saw this new dress I wanted to get. I saw some shoes. And I ain't gonna say that's just on the women. There's men that do it too.
right. Because this is
There's
both
men that
ways.
do it too. Yeah,
Some
it's,
it's a
it's a
lot of
two-way
men that
street.
are living off of women. A lot of women, and they waiting on that woman with the good job, and yeah,
Yeah,
oh
it's a
yeah,
two-way
and they
street.
don't bring nothing to the table. I've heard, yeah, yeah.
I
Trey's
mean, and when
face
you
said that means in the bedroom, living room, on the roof of the house. What? What you
do
talking about?
what? They're gonna be
In the
living on the roof of the
bedroom,
house.
living room, on the roof of the house. Uh-oh. I cover myself and I will help you as well. That's Terry said, I will cover you and myself and I will help you as well. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
That's a
so
good
she's
question.
in
I
other
just
words,
need to
she's a
know
ride or
the
die.
answer. That's what she said. And Patricia
She's a
said,
ride or
that's a
die.
good question. Yes. I sure need to know that answer. Hmm.
Come on, ladies, talk about it. I mean, is it about the coins? It's because
Is it
hey, I
about the
know a
points? I mean, if you're a go-getter and if you're a go-getter man and things ain't all the way what they want to be right then and there, and you got a woman that sees that, she shouldn't hold that against you because things aren't the way maybe you guys are used to having them. So if your woman is down and you up, are you gonna treat her weird because you up and she's down? Y'all supposed to be partners.
yeah, you're supposed to be Bonnie and
I
Clyde.
mean, it's about money. It's definitely money makes the world go round, but yet we're partners. And if we're partners, we're supposed to make it happen. We're supposed to put
Right.
these noodles together, these two heads together, put them together and say, baby, what we got to do out here, Bonnie and Clyde, let's get it. We gonna fuck at the end of the night, but in the daytime, we're gonna figure out how to get this money. You're not
Yeah.
gonna treat me weird at the end of the night when it's time to lay down and be intimate. We ain't getting money right now. We need to, I mean, it is what it is. It's late. It's nighttime now. We laying down. We ain't gonna be affectionate because we didn't make some money earlier, or I didn't make some money earlier. You ain't gonna be intimate with me now, and I'm out here trying to get it. I'm not sitting on my ass. I'm trying to get no, not trying. I'm getting it. I'm doing. I'm doing.
And
So
sometimes
if
that could be
somebody wants to,
sometimes that could be a confidence builder to your partner. You showing some affection. You cook. Yeah. If the dude, like your lady's having a rough economic time, you show her some affection, give her a massage, soft music, and cook dinner for her. Hey, and do the vice versa. And sometimes that's a confidence builder. Be like, you know what? Okay, I'm down, but I'll be back. I'll get back up. I ain't tripping. I'll get back up.
well, Gwen, we ain't no lazy band, right? You got two guys that's some go getters, so we ain't dealing with no lazy. This ain't no lazy talk, but there are some men out there are lazy and that are living off of women, and that's unfortunate. They not even pimping; they just straight up lazy and bums. Period. It
Hmm.
is what it is, you know. So yeah, I mean, you just got to get somebody that's down with you, and y'all got to ride them wheels till the wheels fall off. And if she's only nice to you when the money's good, then that means you need to go. So that's just my
Oh
opinion.
yeah,
I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional counselor. Those are my words, and that's just how I feel. Because I
yeah,
want somebody down with me, down, got my back. Eric, I got your back. I got your back, little lady. We gonna get this money. Today ain't so good today, but tomorrow gonna get better. You know, whatever.
I mean, I'm like this. If you're gonna be a hoe, be a high class hoe. Be a high paid hoe. Don't be a cheap hoe.
Well,
Don't
if
settle
that's
for
the case, go out
McDonald's.
and bring it to daddy. You go out and bring it to daddy. Then you get out of here. Don't even worry about being affectionate with me. You bring me that money, and I'm gonna manage it, and we gonna make things work. Then, if that's the way you want to do it.
Yeah. And if you're
If
gonna be
not,
if you're gonna be a hey, if you're gonna be a gigolo, be a high paid gigolo. Bring your
exactly.
woman
I'm gonna
back
go
all
get me
them
some rich
bitcoins.
old white women. I'm sorry. No offense, white women. I'm gonna meet me some rich old white women that's got some millions that their husband might have left them that they was widows and their husbands left them. Okay, Crystal Dayon, I'm sorry. Now, but anyway, so I need some millions. Period. Yeah, that's what millions. Stack.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it right, and bring mama home that money or bring daddy home that money, but do it if you're gonna do it right.
And that's it. That's it. But
What's that?
yeah,
You
Gwen.
remember? You remember old Country Fred over on the west side, right?
Yeah.
Remember he was at the mall one day. And he told me and somebody else was out there. He said he didn't mind paying for a woman. He said, but she had to keep her dude. He said, baby, she's like, I got a boyfriend. He said, well, look here, girl, I'm just trying to buy you an outfit so you come see me and pick that dude out of outfit too, because I want him to be happy. Hey,
oh
man.
wow. Peggy, okay, you're a ride or die, Peggy. Peggy said she's a ride or die.
All right, she got her Bonnie and Clyde, huh?
Equal partners. All right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's it now. That is it. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You know, we
Look,
just
man,
got to
going back to the LGBT thing, man. Look, I just wish they would just loosen up. Comedy's comedy. Let people have some fun. These comedians ain't out
and
here
there
trying
are
to bust
funny things that are about you, right? And there are funny things that are
you. Yeah.
that you do every day. And you're like Dave Chappelle said. Let me see. He said something about let's see, something about LG. He said something about a transgender pussy being different from a regular pussy. It is different. Shit. Come on now. You can't stick it in there. You gonna stick it in a pee hole? It ain't nothing there. It just come on, man. It just some shit. Just it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm like this. I'm like this. Comedy's comedy. Take it as we was growing up. The older kids would crack jokes on us, and we come back as we grew older. We crack jokes back on them, and that was part of growing up. Take it on the chin. And if you got some LGBT, lesbian, or whatever comedians out there, come back and crack jokes on Dave Chappelle. Come back and crack jokes on Kevin Hart. That's a part of comedy. That's just playing the dozens. You know, you're having a good time. That's it. You know, loosen up. You know,
that's
shoot.
And with that, we're gonna finish with everybody loosen up. Loosen up, guys and gals.
Life's too short.
We're life's too short. We're here entertaining people. This is entertainment purposes. We're not here to offend anyone. I love everybody. I've got different types of people in my family and friends. I'm not offending anybody. Period. Love everybody, but everybody has their own opinion, and that's it. Don't be a pussy. And Terry said, boy, pussy is never real. You're absolutely right, Terry. I agree with you.
Look, hey.
There's no such thing as boy pussy.
Hey, look. Don't be one, but go buy some.
Mia said, all woman, ain't nothing fake about that kitty cat. Hey, now. It's still Tuesday night. It ain't Friday night sex talk now. Y'all watch out now. We'll get back into the relationship talk. Maybe Friday night we'll do some serious
lizard.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get conversations with a pimp. We're gonna get him on because he wants to talk about a few things too. We're gonna get conversations with a pimp on, and we're gonna have him on too, and we're gonna do some talking, and we'll bring it back to some we'll bring it back at the end of the week. So again, everybody, thanks for coming in. This has been Lifestyles with Eric. Thanks, George, for coming in. I appreciate you, my brother. All the ladies, thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Can I sing? Can I sing? Can I sing? Can I sing, please? Just a little.
Let your soul glow.
You remind me of a G.
Shit.
Something like my sounds. I want to bump it. You remind me of my car.
Hey, you know that's. Hey, you know what? You
Something
singing that?
Like my bank account.
Hey, do you realize he's been getting? Hey, you know he's been getting so many hits off that.
His music went up 500%. But guess who owns the music? Barry Hankerson. So his old manager. Why did he release the music after he was locked? See, this, yeah, we might have to go back into that shit again. But
Come
I
on
want to
now.
find out some more information about Mr. Hankins, Aaliyah's uncle, that knew he was molesting Aaliyah, that introduced Aaliyah to to her and everything. Come on now. But
I
anyway,
always say, follow the money. Follow the
that's
money.
it. Follow the money. Everybody have a blessed night. Take care. See something. Say something. It's been real. Thanks for coming in, ladies. All right. Peace. Boom.
Love,
Lifestyle.
love, peace, and black hair grease.
All right. You know it. All right. Peace.